Corner. Real quick, man. Hope everybody's having a great Tuesday, man. Hope everybody's in a good spirit day. Hope everybody had a great day today, man. Shout out to everyone, man. Thank you guys so much. Make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button if you like the content. It really helps the channel out. It helps against the YouTube algorithm. It helps the channel grow. So if you like the content, hit that like button. Also, make sure to hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, man. I love to continue the conversations over there. We have some fun over there. So make sure you guys hit me up there, man. All right, so let's talk about it, man. Without further ado, the Dallas Cowboys' first episode of Hard Knocks. It was a good episode. First of all, I don't know how much of that was for the cameras or if that's really how these players are. For one, I didn't know Dak had 2 surgeries on his ankle. He revealed that in the show because he said that no one knew he had 2 surgeries. So that was a little bit of a surprise to know that. But then, one thing I love about Hard Knocks is the fact that it's not like outdated stuff. Like, they covered the Hall of Fame game, and that was less than a week ago in this episode. So I like the fact that it's not like some old footage. They're doing a really good job of getting this footage out pretty fast when you consider the turnaround. Also, Dak really want to play football. He made the comment where he said that he shot enough last year. The question is with Dak is, I understand wanting to be out there, wanting to be with your team, but at the same time, your team needs you healthy. They were trying to monitor his amount of reps in practice, and he was getting really, really irritated. I think it was Gilbert that walked by and said he took he took a few snaps, and Dak said, "I ain't asked you to take shit." Pretty much, I ain't asked you to take nothing. Excuse my language. And pretty much, like, I didn't know first. Okay, let's be real. I didn't know Dak cursed that much, but I don't know if it was just out of anger. He played like four or 5 snaps, then they took him out to rest him, and he was really upset about that. And so I was like, I like it. That's what I want. I want our quarterback to want to be on the field. I want him to want to play. As he said, he shot enough last year. Sitting back, watching the team, last year was a struggle for Cowboy Nation. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about that. And then he goes on, he get the strained shoulder, and he don't want to leave the practice field. And then he, eventually they convinced him to leave. And he just said he was losing his power throwing. So he said at the release, it was like he didn't have the strength no more. So. But as we know in real time right now, he's back throwing, slowly back throwing. So we'll see how that pans out. Zeke do look different, man. Zeke do look focused. He's still the same goofy Zeke, man. But, laugh, play, kid at heart. That's something I don't want him to change. No bonehead stuff off the field. But I still like Zeke being Zeke. You want him to be himself out there on the field. And just in life. And, he looks slimmer. Like, they even talked about it. Like, Mike McCarthy even said it on the show. He was like, because they were like, him and Stephen Jones were talking, and Stephen Jones, and he was telling Stephen Jones, we ain't got to really run him that much. Stephen Jones said, yeah, it looked like he's in shape. He's in much better shape than he was last year, which is, thank you. I love to hear that because we all know Zeke didn't look like Zeke last year. So maybe this is a resurging year, and it's year 6 for Zeke. So, normally these running backs don't have too many resurging years, besides Adrian Peterson. He's definitely an outlier in this situation, but we're going to see, man. We're going to see just how, Zeke looked this year. Michael Parsons, the rookie. Excuse me, guys. Michael Parsons, the rookie. Guy look good. He what I like when watching, because they were showing some clips during the game, is the fact that even when he's blocked, he still fights to the ball, right? Like, a lot of times you see players, Jalen Smith, get mixed up in the wash. Like, they just disappear in the wash. He's not one of those guys. Even through all of that, he can still find his way to the ball. He had a good interception on there in practice, but he did get beat by, I think it was the fullback that beat him pretty bad on one of those, and he got the interception to make up for it. But also, what you love to see was at the end of towards the end of that episode, you know, in that game, you know, Michael Parsons is just like, Coach, can I go? Can I go? And he's like, and Coach said, no, you're resting, which I understand. You last thing you want is Michael Parsons, your number one, your first round draft pick, getting injured in the Hall of Fame game. So I understand them pulling him back. He wanted to go. He felt like he was just getting warmed up. Another interesting thing I noticed is him and Van Der Esch are sitting on the bench, right? And Van Der Esch looked at him and said, man, you want to make all the damn plays. He like, and Van Der Esch gave him some great advice. He said, you can't make every play. And now, on the surface, that may not sound important, right? Like, why not? Go make every play. No, because when you start to do that, you tend to get outside of your assignments because, you know, you're supposed to maintain this gap. But because you want to make the play, you start over-pursuing. You start getting out of position, and that's how you give up big plays. Michael Parsons, though, definitely looks good out there on the field. You know, he looked good in the game. The limited time he played on the field, you know, he's coming to bring contact. And Dan Quinn, another guy, man. It's like I really think the team has this aggressiveness about them, and I think it starts with him. Now, this is one episode. We ain't played a regular season snap yet, so we don't know what this defense is going to really look like. But you got to like the mindset. The word you out there here is aggression. Be aggressive. Aggressive. You know, it was a moment where Dan Quinn was telling Michael Parsons, you know, this is where you go. Go now. Go hit. Go lay the wood. Go hit somebody fast. You know, you love that. You love that because that's the energy they need. And I think, man, Mike McCarthy said it best. I got to give him this. If ain't nothing else, a hell of a speech when he tell everyone it's about a championship. It ain't about making the playoffs ain't good enough. Getting to the championship ain't good enough. It's about winning the championship. It's about winning the Super Bowl, pretty much. Now, one part you want to say, hey, let's just make the playoffs first and worry about that later. But I have no problem with that, saying the ultimate goal is to win a championship. You know, as he reminded them, he's won a championship, and it took every member on that team to get them to that point, to actually winning a championship. And so that's what he's trying to get with them. All in all, man, I got to be honest, it was a great episode. It got me back, got my football gears back spinning. Y'all, football is back, man. This Hard Knocks episode, I'm loving that my Cowboys on Hard Knocks. Thought it was a great episode. Took a lot of key points from it. If you haven't checked it out, make sure you go check it out, man. It's super cool. With that being said, guys, please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. And until next time, man, you guys be great.